Okay, well, welcome to September 9th. Can you believe that? I feel like I say that every single time we have a meeting. I just can't believe what day it is every time it's a meeting. Um, okay, so we're going to go ahead and do a couple things tonight. We're just going to jump right into it since we're behind, thanks to technology. And we're going to do our new product launch and also just a quick little chat about Star Finish. We have 6 days left in the Star quarter, which is crazy, but so exciting because those of you that are on target for Star are super close. So it should be really easy. And I know those of you that are reaching for the next level, you've been working on that. So all the good things. But okay, I would love for you to put in the chat. I'm just gonna keep my I'll just keep my screen on until if somebody wants to talk or whatever at the end we can do that. Just for recording purposes, it kind of tends to look a little bit better that way. If you're not in a place where you can be, on screen. So we'll do it that way. And we're going to start with our new product launch. So what I was going to say is if you would like to chat, I would love for you to put in the comments. I don't know how to do it from your phone or whatever you're on, but there should be a chat that you can enter on there. And I would love for you to know, or I would love to know which product that you're most excited about. And I know there's a lot of new good ones, so maybe it's all of them, maybe it's a few of them. And then as we go, I would also love to know, or even just you can pop it in the chat right now too, but what questions do you have, anything specific to the new products? Okay. So, this is our fall holiday launch, okay? And I don't know if you remember, but I think it was last year, we switched. So we used to have a fall launch, and then we would have a holiday launch, and then we would have a winter launch. And so I think it was last year what they did was they combined our fall and holiday launch. I could be making stuff up, but I know we combined something. We combined something so there were like less launches, and then we'll have another launch in the winter towards, I think it comes in, is it November? I think it's November. um, and so this is our fall holiday launch. And so with that being said, what I want to make sure that you know is that all of these that are limited edition, these are going to be what we have available for holiday products, okay? And I know it's early, it's September, the sun is still out. I haven't been in a Walmart lately, but I'm sure like they've probably already started decorating for Christmas, knowing them. But you might not be in the Christmas spirit yet, but when you own a business, and when you have customers that like to shop with you, you're going to want to try to think ahead, starting now, okay? Because everybody else in the Mary Kay world is going to be thinking ahead, and they're going to stock up, they're going to grab their products for their holiday season. And unfortunately, what that means for us is that they sell out quicker than we would like them to, okay? So don't expect, mid-November that you're going to be able to still have access to the limited edition items. I can't promise that. I always hope that you can, but that's never really the case. Okay. So of course I got my sales director buzz kit. So exciting. I love getting the buzz kit. It's just full of everything good. So we're going to start with our new multi-benefit concealers and the under eye correctors, okay? And so as you saw, whenever I posted a couple weeks ago, we are discontinuing um, the concealers and the under eye correctors that are current. And the reason why is because we are going to be upgrading them to the new ones. Now I have been gone, so I haven't fully had a huge chance to play with them yet. I did dig into them a little bit. I can't say I'm super excited. I really love the doe foot applicator, more so on myself. Like I loved being able to just kind of like dab that, on my face. I'm assuming that there was maybe some product loss to that, maybe obviously sanitary issues. There is some reason why Mary Kay decided to go back to the tubes, okay? And we used to have our concealers used to be in tubes like this. So there's some reason out there. I don't really know why. I haven't really figured that out yet. But there's some reason why they've gone back to the tubes. And so this is what they look like. They're pretty, so I mean, they're kind of like the size of my fingers. So they're not huge, they're not like the foundation primer bottle. They're more similar to like the eye primer size, I would say, but they're really, really full of product. Like they are packed full. And then they have this little tube applicator, okay? So this one, and they come in, there's like lots of colors. Okay, so we have light 1, light 2, and light 3, medium 1, medium 2, medium 3, deep 1, deep 2, deep 3. Okay, so there's 9 colors, and they go from 1, 2, 3 in light, medium, dark, deep. And pretty much that's going to be ivory, beige, bronze. Okay, and I'm pretty sure that all of these are available on Mary Kate in Touch for you to find. If you need me to snap a picture of this, I can. But it's a conversion chart. So basically, what it's saying is light ivory is going to be light 1. If you did deep ivory, you're going to be deep 2. Or sorry, this is so confusing. If you did deep ivory, you're going to be light 2. And if you were light beige, you're going to be light 3. Okay. If you were, so we got a new shade. So medium 1 is a new shade that doesn't have a conversion. Deep beige is going to be medium 2 if you wore deep beige. Another new shade is medium 3, deep 2, and deep 3. And then light bronze is deep 1. Okay, so anyways, I know that's a lot of information, but there's conversion, so you don't have to think about it or worry about it. I used to wear the light beige concealer, so I would be wearing the light 3, okay? And so they're super thick, super pigmented, but they're not cakey. They're so, like, watch how I just put the tiniest little dot, and they are just like full of pigment. Isn't that crazy? Um, and so they're going to be very, very effective. So this is medium 2, which would have been a deep beige, which actually probably is close to my skin tone right now, with my tan. So this is deep beige. And of course my face is lighter. I guess I could put a little bit on my face. Let's see. I don't know if I have a brush suitable for that. I could use this little foundation brush. Okay, so concealer is going to be best for concealing spots on your face where you have a blemish. It's going to be, if you want extra coverage in an area. And Lori Hug always taught us that you should always let your foundation do all the work that it can first, and then go ahead and use your concealer. Because if you conceal first and then you don't know what you're actually covering, or you don't know what you actually need to cover, I'm just messing around. This is not where I would normally put that. If you don't know what you actually need to conceal, you're just going to be double concealing for no reason. Okay. So you would want to put your foundation on first, and this would be the same thing for your customers as well. You would want to put their foundation on first and then go back in and say, okay, where do we need to conceal? Okay. And I can't really tell in the camera, but okay, so that is the medium 2, and I can tell it's just a little too dark for me. I know probably on camera it doesn't look that way. So my skin tone, I'm either going to be the medium 1 or in my lightest skin tone, I would probably be the light 3. Okay, so if that kind of helps with your matching. But anyway, so you can use this concealer to conceal blemishes, redness, pimples, people who have like rosacea in their cheeks, anything like that. Now, a lot of people want to use concealer under their eyes, and that used to be the correct thing to do because there really wasn't anything to do outside of that, right? And then Mary Kay came out with the under eye corrector. And so the under eye corrector actually now has 2 shades. And so we have it, I didn't get the full size of this one, so I'm going to use a sample. So the other fun thing is there's samples now. So when you get your sample pack in the mail, you're going to get a sample of each of the colors, which is super exciting. And then you can order more if you'd like to play around with them, or have some on hand to put in customer orders or demo on people. It would be my recommendation, if you're taking notes, if you're going to have demos, I honestly probably would start with a few of the shades. Like I never ever sold a light ivory concealer ever, and I rarely sold a deep beige, and that's just the skin tone range that I work with, right? So I personally I ordered for my demos. I just did the light 2, light 3, medium 1, and medium 2. So just 4 of them. And then as I see fit, if I don't have the correct colors or whatever, I'll add more. But don't feel like you need to add all of them right away, unless your demographic is very broad. But I feel like that is a pretty big range of people. So, okay, so we have light peach. Let me open these. And deep peach in the under eye correctors. Now, before we used to do concealer on the under eyes, because, oh gosh, of course I cut. Hold on. Okay. We didn't have anything else, right? And the problem with putting concealer on the under eye, and I'll just do it for fun. The problem with putting concealer on the under eye, oh, this is light 3. Okay. Is that it doesn't have, so if you know anything about color theory, it doesn't have the proper color to actually get rid of or cover up the dark blue, purple hues under the eye, okay? And so then what we're left with when we do that is kind of like a muddy, bright, cakey looking, I mean, it doesn't look terrible, right? It's not terrible. But it's not actually, and I don't really have under eye issues, so it's different when you have the under eye issues, right? It's not terrible. But the peach in the under eye corrector is what actually is going to correct the under eye hue, which is like blue and purple. So that blue and purple actually needs to be corrected by orange, but we're not necessarily going to put orange on our face, right? So that's where the peach comes into play, okay? And these come in deep peach, which is for obviously very deep bronze skin. And then I haven't heard anything different, but I believe this is the same as the normal under eye corrector that we've had, okay? And so the peach is actually going to just, and it's like splitting hairs, I mean, when you're really looking at it, but what it's going to do is it's going to make more of a difference. Like, I mean, when you're taking like pictures, you're not going to have that muddy, bright, cakey looking under eye area. Do you kind of see, I know it's really hard. Do you kind of see how this is very visible? This is very like bright, If it was the wrong tone of concealer, it could start to look very muddy if I had dark circles, because you're basically putting like yellow, um, under your yellow hue over blue, which kind of turns this like green, whatever. So lots of camera flashback, lots of brightness. Um, Whereas that under eye corrector really is just going to blend in and take that hue out from under your eye. Okay. So it's going to give a more softer, more natural under eye correction rather than concealer. So if you've ever wondered what the difference is, that's why. So what I recommend to my customers when I sell these, is I ask them, because a lot of people will say, can I get a concealer? And you have to remember, under eye corrector really hasn't been a thing. And so what I started doing is I started saying, okay, what are you trying to correct? Like, are you using it underneath your eyes, or is it for blemishes and, um, you know, pimples? And depending on what they say, so if they say under my eyes, obviously I know I'm going to get them the under eye corrector. Okay. If they say blemishes, I'm going to get them the concealer. Now, sometimes I've had people say both. Okay. And I just explained to them, I just said, well, we have an under eye corrector that's made for under your eyes. That would be best for under your eye, but I wouldn't probably put it on blemishes around your face. So you might want to get both, right? They could get both. Or in the case that they don't want to get both, I have resorted to them just getting the concealer, and then the concealer, they could kind of use all over, obviously with them knowing that it's not going to be as good. It's going to still look okay, but it's not going to be as good as the under eye corrector. Okay. And normally, I mean, they're so inexpensive, you guys. They're, what are these new ones? I mean, they used to be $16. Okay, so it's $18, and this lasts forever. Normally, they don't mind getting both. This would also be a great opportunity, like say that your customer said no, or they didn't want to grab both right away. You could offer them one buy one get one half off or something like that. That way, they could really have both and be able to get the benefits of both products. Okay, because they really do serve a different purpose. Okay, so you can really see the peachiness in this versus this is what's under my eye now. So okay, so any questions about that so far? And I don't have any models to use the deep peach on, so that will be a color I'm sure I won't use very often. I should have got some eye makeup remover. Okay, any questions about the concealers? Oh gosh, I am making a mess. Okay, well, let's move on then. So then alongside of that, and that is part of our full line. Okay, so those are gonna stay a part of our full, our regular line. So those will not be selling out, which is gonna be so great. And if you do any makeup, or you do lots of makeovers, wedding makeup, anything like that, you're definitely gonna want to grab your demos, because again, they're going to be more hygienic. You're not going to have to deal with the doe foot applicator and all of that, so you'll be able to have multiple colors in your kit. Okay, the next thing that's going to stay in our regular line is going to be, which I'm so excited about, is our Retinol 0.3 Clinical Solutions Retinol 0.3. And we've had a lot of retinol things and products and stuff come out over the years, and more recently, obviously. And honestly, you guys, they're so good. I love our Clinical Solutions line. My customers love them. I love them. I think what I found was I would use it for a really long time, or like a pretty good amount of time, and then I would just like fall off, or like one of mine accidentally expired because it was summer and then I forgot about it. And and I think and I really saw that in my customer base as well. I saw where they loved it, it was so good, they were getting great results, they were using it consistently, and then kind of that next season change, they just it just fell off, right? They just stopped using it. And so I think across the board, if I'm being honest, I think that Mary Kay saw that across the board. And so, and I could be wrong, but they're always on trend and they're always trying to stay on trend for everything. But I think what happened is they realized that they needed something that was for daily use, that could be used all the time. That way it wasn't so finicky between, okay, I can use it, now I can't use it, and I can use it, and now I can't use it, So welcome to our retinol 0.3. And what the coolest part about this, you guys, is that it is gentle enough that you can use it daily. So no more retinization period, no more 8-week introduction period. If you went through that retinization period, you know that you had to like do it 1 week, and then the next week you had to do a little more, and then the next week a little less, and then a little more. And again, I just think we are such a fast living society right now that people are just losing track of that. And so what I'm really, really excited about with this product is that all of that is gone. They don't have to think about it. They don't have to think about what week they're in. They don't have to think how many times they get to use it that week, what products to use it with, what not to use it with. So they can just take this baby and just start using it, and just start using it every single day, and they don't have to think about it. Isn't that amazing? So this is potent retinol to deliver clinically proven results, gentle enough to use daily so you can seamlessly add it to your night routine starting on day 1. So no more 8-week retinization period. Let me tell you some benefits that people have seen. So after 1 week, the look of deep lines improved, firmness, radiance, and skin tone improved. And after 12 weeks, 100% of women's skin texture was smoother. 100%. 100% of women had less visible blotchiness. 100%. 90% of women's fine lines and wrinkles were less visible. 86% of women showed a visible reduction in deep lines. Firmness increased by 27%, and even tone improved by 37%. So, and all of our products, if you don't know, they are clinically tested. They go through a series of testing, and everybody at the end has to share their results, and then that's how they get these numbers. So for 2 of the categories to get 100% results, that is huge, you guys. So okay, so then we have this little comparison chart. Let's see. Okay, so pretty much everything I just said, everything is going to be, this is hard to see, but everything is a much faster rate. So 1 week, 4 weeks, 4 weeks, 4 weeks. So these are all people seeing results within 1 week to 4 week. Whereas before with the 0.5, people weren't necessarily seeing results until 8 weeks, because you have to use it that long to get your skin accustomed to it. So imagine in 1 to 4 weeks that your customer is already seeing results. They're going to be so much more excited and so much more hooked because they get those results so much faster. Okay. So that's the retinol 0.3, and it is, I believe I just saw $70. Okay. They also are going to phase out the facial milk that went with the retinol 0.5 because it's not needed anymore. That facial milk was really to help calm the skin after the retinol and help nourish it. And because this is a more gentle daily use, you don't need that anymore. Okay. So that's the other thing. It's just one product. It's not 2. It's a cheaper price, and they're going to be able to use it longer. So yay for that. So in love with that. Okay, what's next? So we also have, okay, everything from now on is limited edition. Okay, so if you want these, grab them as fast as you can, as many as you can, pre-sell them, take pre-orders, whatever you got to do so that they don't sell out by the time you want them. Okay, because they promise when it comes to Christmas and people are like, hey, can I get that blush? You're going to be like, oh, I wish I had it. So these are the gel cream blushes, and if you've been around for a little while, they might look familiar. We had some of these previously in different colors, and actually I am so excited because I think the colors that they came out with this time are way more, they're just way more, I was seeing if I had a page, they're way more on trend with people that, colors people wear nowadays. And so they're super creamy, super gel, like just so nice, and they just blend right in. So you can start to see where that concealer was just a little too dark. But they just like soak right into your skin. I love this one. Is the Pink Stars. It's kind of a rosy, it's actually a color I wear like almost daily. And you can blend with your fingers, you can blend with the brush. Personally, I like to blend with the brush, but you can kind of dab in with your fingers. They're just so versatile. So excited about these. These are limited edition, so they will sell out soon-ish. Obviously, they haven't launched yet, but when they come out, I know that they'll be quick. So these are $20 each, and they come in 4 different shades. So Pink Stars is the one that I'm using now. We also have Coral Kiss, which is more of a coral color. Passion Fruit, which is a little bit more of kind of a berry. And then Soft Bluff, which is like a nude, kind of a nudish brown. Like look how stunning those are. I love those. So Coral Kiss, Pink Stars, Passion Fruit, and Soft Bluff is the more brown one. So those are 20, limited edition. The next thing that we have limited edition, and if you have questions, please pop them into the chat. I will make sure and answer them, or we can open up at the end and go that way too. So the next thing that we have are the limited edition tinted lip balms, and they come in 2 shades. So we have Coral Blaze and Radiant Pink, and they look like these little guys. And what they are, let's see, do I have a page for those? I don't have a page for those. Okay. They are tinted lip balms, and so it's like a lip balm feel and hydration, and then it is like a tint. They're super pretty. This is the Radiant Pink, kind of like a berry. Yes, great question, Melissa. So if you were a STAR consultant last quarter, or if you did PCP, you can order them on September 10th, so tomorrow. And then if not, they're going to be available for September 15th for everybody. So, and that is for all product launches. So if you want early access to ordering product, doing PCP is always the easiest way to get early access. And then obviously being a STAR consultant is the best way to get early access. But yes, the 10th for early access, the 15th for everybody else. And PCP is actually going to start to open again soon for the new catalog. So if you haven't signed up for PCP or you want to for the future catalog, make sure you reach out to either me or Andy if you don't know how to do that, and we can help you do that, because your customer will get the new catalog every quarter. You sign up every quarter, but they get the new catalog, and then there's a sample inside of it, and so it's really an awesome. And I think it's like, you girls can correct me, but I think it's 90 cents a catalog, which is, I mean, you can't buy catalogs and send a sample and mail them for that cheap. So I love that color. Isn't that pretty? That's that radiant pink. And it feels like um it feels like a lip balm. Like nothing like sticky, anything like that. Love. Okay, I'm trying to hurry. There's a lot. One thing that I misplaced it somewhere. Well, actually, let me go to this. So, of course, as always, we have our limited edition gift with purchase. They have little bows on them. I love them. These are our fuzzy sock gift with purchase with the Mint Bliss lotion. These always sell out so fast. I know a lot of people do like adopt a grandparent, things like that. So the sock part sells out. That's kind of the more limited edition. The Mint Bliss lotion is always a part of our regular line, so that's always going to be available. But the free sock part of it is what sells out the fastest. Okay, so these are great Christmas gifts. Last year we did Tootsie Rolls. They were so cute. You put the little box and it's a little printout Tootsie Rolls. I've seen like snowman. We do adopt a grandparent, lots of things. And you guys, these are $1.25 at the dollar store now. So it's a big savings when you can get them for free with your lotion order. Okay. The other thing that I misplaced, I don't know where I put it. I've been looking and I can't find it. But the limited edition Confidently Used Silkening Dry Oil, I got the bottle of it, and I don't know where it's at. But this is the same scent as the perfume, but it's going to come in a dry oil. So the dry oil is like super hydrating. It's not sticky. It's not oily. It's like the driest oil you can imagine. Like it just feels so good on your skin, and then it has that fragrance. So that one is 24, and it's a really large bottle. I really can't believe I misplaced it. I don't know what I did with it. But it's $24, or they're going to have a bundle with the perfume for $79. Okay, so that is going to be amazing. And then last but not least, we have our eyeshadow palettes, and these I am so excited about. They are stunning, and they are unfortunately limited edition. So again, I feel like keep repeating myself, but if you see something you love, make sure you get it. So they are very similar to the ones that we had in the years past, and there's actually one that's more geared for warm skin tone and then one for cool skin tone, okay? And you honestly could use both if you like both, or mix and match, but that's kind of the vibe that they gave. So this one is actually the Outer Glow eyeshadow palette, and this one's going to be a little bit better for the cooler skin tones. Okay, so Billy, I already know you're eyeballing this baby. Yeah. It has purple in it. She's gonna love it. And they are so pigmented. They are just so sparkly and so amazing. Personally, I think that I don't know. I actually really, really like both of them, and I don't have my order in yet, so I don't have the other one. It comes in Outer Glow and Inner Fire, and they're $40, and they come with the 6 eyeshadows and a compact, so it comes with a mirror, and it's kind of its own little case. And then side note, last year, or when we had these last time, I'm pretty sure it's the same thing, but I didn't want to have like a whole separate compact. So you can actually, this is side note, you can dig them out of the box. You have to like demolish it, but they're magnetic and you can put them in your big compact. So you don't want to have like a separate compact with a bunch of, I wouldn't do that like until they're sold out and you're done selling them, because you want to be able to showcase it like this, obviously. But like when, it's been 2 years and I'm like, well, I love these colors, but I don't want all these compacts. I just dug them out of, you can like rip the box apart, and then they're little magnetic tins. So I'll just throw a couple colors on. I already have some eyeshadow on today, but they're super pretty. Let's see, this one is Fierce Purple, which it doesn't really even look purple to me. I guess it has like, it's kind of like a light lavender. Super pretty. That's the Fierce Purple. And then we'll do, oh no, I'm sorry, that's Smoke and Taupe. I'm backwards. That one was Smoke and Taupe. Hearts of Flame is this pink, kind of pink sparkly one here. Let's see, just to kind of match the look I've been going with the cream blush and the lip color. That one's pretty too. A little more reddish pinkish. I'm not putting a lot on, but you can kind of see it. And then I'll do a little bit of the Glistening Aura, which is the gold. And I'll just kind of dab that in here. Ooh, that's pretty. I like that. So yeah, lots of options. You obviously don't have to use all 6 colors at one time. But there's 2 palettes. You probably just want to grab both. I'll be honest, they're both stunning. Here we go. Ooh, yeah, I love it. I love it. Here, Billy, just because I know you want to see the purple, I'm sure. There you go. Bright as ever. There's the purple. Here's the silver. This one's really pretty. That's kind of the like silvery, what is that called? Lilac Sparks. And then this was the purple. This is darker. So those are the other 3. I am the worst demonstrator. I'm sorry. Okay, so yeah, so that's the outer, what did I call it? Outer glow. And they're really pretty. So $40. Yeah, Melissa, you're so sweet. You can join some of our beauty resort events. We do lots of makeup on there and tutorials, and you could even join in with samples. So, or obviously too, I mean, I don't know where you live. I can't remember. I think you're close. In person, anything. But our beauty resort events are always really fun because you can practice at home while we all play along. So that's how I learned a lot of my makeup. So, okay. Yep. There we go. Andy, we haven't created a schedule or anything, so when we get that, we'll post it. Yes, Melissa, we are. Okay, I am in Pueblo. I thought so. I thought you were here in Pueblo. Okay, so those are the products. I am just in love with all of them. Like, look, I feel like I barely used anything. I mean, obviously I already had some makeup on, but the lip balm, the cheek color, and then I just did a little dash of the eyeshadow, and we're set. And so just imagine being able to do that with your customers and showing them a little like 3 or 4, 5, 3 or 4 product makeup look that they could throw together and look good about. So feel good about. So, okay. The last thing, and I know we're super close on time, and then I'll open it up really quick at the end for questions and such. But the last thing is Star Consultant. I just wanted to go over it. I actually had planned an ordering lotto this this week for a star consultant finish, but that was before we got the double credit week last week, and so I don't think that I don't think that it's fair or right to bombard our customers that close together. I just don't love to do that at all. And so we can have some personal conversations if you're on target and you're wanting to finish star. What would be some ideas for you specifically? I won't do that in a group conversation just so everyone isn't like bored. Not bored, but and so we'll just have a conversation individually, but I wanted to read off some numbers really quick. I was going to get to posting those today or tomorrow as well. So Andy is a diamond star. She is $563.50 wholesale from Emerald. So everybody cheer her on to reach the next level. Billy is on target sapphire star. She is $122.10 wholesale away from sapphire star. So I already know that you probably have that in the bag, but if you need ideas, we can chat. And then Susan is on target sapphire. She is $627.25 away from sapphire. And then Tanya Estep is $776.50 wholesale away from sapphire star. So and I can share those numbers again if you need them, but I just wanted to give some recognition for that. And again, we can have some conversations about ideas to finish if you're stuck. I just don't want to do a back-to-back ordering lotto. So we're going to have to kind of get a little creative, or you're going to have to go see some faces. Faces is the fastest way to get to finish those numbers. So, okay, let me go ahead and, well, I had a little bit more recognition as well. I'll do that super quick. And I posted it all, but we did our double credit week, and we had some amazing achievers. So we had Billy, Andy, and Susan. They all maxed out their double credit week with $500 wholesale plus. So that was awesome. Huge sales days that they had with our little ordering challenge that we did. And then as a team, we actually did over 5,000 wholesale that week of double credit, which was our goal for Mary Kay to finish. And so we maxed it out, and we got an extra $10,000 in retail credit for our year-end goals. So that was super fun. I actually just got where was it at? I got our newsletter, and we're number 3 in the Weir National area. I think last month we were 4. So that extra boost bumped us up a spot, which was really cool. So good job on that. And then during that week, we did a prize, and Tanya was our winner. So she won $50 cash from me, which is coming your way. So excited. Way to go. What else do we have? I know there was something else that we did. I forgot it. Oh, the makeover contest. Okay, so Holly and I will have tomorrow. So starting September 10th, and we're going to do 5 days of voting. We're going to have our finishers, and then we're going to open it up into voting throughout our groups, and then we'll have our final finishers, and one consultant and one customer will win a grand prize, and then we'll celebrate that, which I'm so excited. We had so many entries. I actually don't even know how many. I would have to go look at my list, but I'm so proud of all of you girls who did makeovers this last month, the last month and a half for the makeover contest. It was super fun, and I really think that it was a boost that everybody needed, just a reason and excuse to book. And so no promises or no like date yet, but I'm assuming that kind of within the next quarter we'll do something similar again to where your customers can enter to win, because I think that is a great way to give back to them as well. So congratulations to everybody that had customers entered into the drawing. and did makeovers. Obviously, from that, you got lots of new customers, lots of great sales, lots of great practice, and all those good things. And then the last thing that we have, so our Andy is in DIQ again, month 1. So everybody just cheer her on, her and her team, as they go to finish being a sales director by, is it December 1st? December 1st. Yeah, December 1st. So December 1st is their goal. And so they're working hard to get that done. So everybody just cheer them on and send them some prayers. And Team Andy, so excited. It's time to get to work and build your unit. It's finally time that you finish. So congratulations, girls. So excited for you. And then I'm going to end the recording. And then if we have questions, we can wrap that up real quick. Oh, can I end the recording? I don't think I can end the recording. Never mind. Okay, I can't end the recording. Yes, I can. Bye.